Good morning. I'm headed over to Ronnie's. Got me a breakfast burrito. Listening to Africa. Driving my hard body. Yeah, it's a good morning. Get in first gear. So normally we do our shooting in the evenings, but today I got home from work and I didn't feel like going to sleep, so we're gonna do some work on the hard body in the morning. Today we are taking wiring out. It still has all the factory wiring in it, and Ronnie wants to get down to bare bones with this thing because when we go to put the Microsquirt in it, it's gonna have its own wiring. So we're gonna pull out all the engine wiring. I think we're gonna keep the starter wiring, right?
Yeah, that's my plan.
We're going to keep the starter wiring and some of the chassis wiring, or you want to rewire the whole chassis?
Not right now.
Not right now.
Eventually.
Ronnie says he doesn't want to get in over his head.
Here's.
And he says that while he has the motor out.
The rear end apart.
Front suspension halfway done. Rear suspension halfway done. The bed off. And he doesn't want to get.
Shambles.
Yeah, the interior in shambles, and he doesn't want to get in over his head. Okay.
But I figure whenever we wire it, there's only like 4 things that we need.
I'm gonna film the back of your head.
Um,
Hey, look.
we need lights, like headlights.
Yep.
We need brake lights and tail lights. And that's it.
Yeah. You don't want windshield wipers or.
I mean, I don't know. I might put windshield wipers on it.
Okay. I know you don't want blankers.
Yeah, I don't care about it. It doesn't have blinkers right now, so
Oh,
what
nice.
do I need them for anyways?
We know the universal hand signals for blinkers.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. In Arizona, at least, I don't know if that's a problem everywhere, but it's almost like it's a factory option to have blinkers in Arizona.
Oh, small update here. When we took the block to Dave at Precision, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Precision Machine Shop. The block, the cylinders had these little lips where they had worn down, where the pistons were coming up just high enough, and Dave was telling us that he thought that he might have to punch them out a little too big for the pistons that Ronnie bought to fit. However, we've got this single overhead cam KA from a 240SX, and the cylinder walls are super smooth. So we're probably going to take that block to Dave at Precision. Because we're doing that, we'll kind of have like a how-to on how to fit a 240SX single overhead cam motor in your hard body, because the oil pans are different. What else is different?
The cam check?
Yeah, but I mean as far as fitting it in the truck.
The biggest issue with fitting it in the truck is not this, but the main girdle. So on the truck, it has main caps, like you saw on the teardown
Individual
video.
caps.
This has where they're all attached by like they're one.
Right, they're all one
piece.
piece, right.
So the problem is if you take a truck pan and you put it on here, the truck pan is too shallow in the front and it hits the girdle,
Okay.
so you can't bolt it up.
Yeah,
So-
truck pan is rear sump,
Yeah, rear
right?
sump.
And this is front sump.
But even regardless, if it weren't for the girdle, it would fit.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So they're the same shape and everything. You can flip them around.
No, but like if it didn't have the girdle on it, you could put the truck pan on a 240 motor and it would fit.
Oh, okay.
Like if it
Gotcha,
didn't have
gotcha.
the girdle on it.
But it would still be front sump.
No, it'd be rear sump.
Okay.
So if you take the truck pan and you put it on.
Oh,
this
because the
motor-
bottom of the block is the same shape.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it would go back here and everything would work. It would just hit the girdle right here, and I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it's on the passenger side that it hits. Because the truck pan goes like this, up at an angle.
Okay.
The driver's side clears, the passenger side doesn't. So what some people do, and this is the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard of in my life, they cut the girdle off.
This is a terrible idea. You totally compromise your main caps.
Like the girdle is there to provide strength to the motor, and,
Right.
and you're going to cut it, and you're just going to make your strong motor weaker. So the smarter thing to do is to clearance the pan to fit the girdle, and then clearance the truck to fit the pan if need be.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to work on and figure out how to do that. We're going to clearance the pan by cutting it out, notching it, and welding in a piece. of metal to solve that problem.
Right on.
Then we'll figure out if we got to run spacers on the motor mounts or clear the cross member down here or the steering linkage or whatever we got to do
because
to
the
make
extra,
it fit.
yeah, because the extra pan space that we're going to create.
Yeah, there may not be an issue,
Okay.
but we'll find out.
Right on. So we're going to do that, but not today. Today, we're just pulling out wiring. So you'll see a little time-lapse thing here. And I just burped, excuse me. You'll see a little time-lapse thing here in just a second. So in that big white area, that's where the major portion of the harness was coming through. Had most of the main relays in it and whatnot. Ronnie is now cutting it apart, trying to separate what we need from what we don't need. I hate having to cut that stuff apart. It's so like sticky and nasty and gooey inside.
Always worry about like clipping on wires.
Oh yeah. Cause an issue that you'll never track down the cause.
Luckily it's not a huge deal. We're replacing everything.
Yeah.
But still.
Change of plan.
Beau pushed me over my head.
So Ronnie's taking out the dash right now. I'm about to hop in there and help him. But before that, Ronnie's going to explain what we're doing.
We're pulling the whole harness for everything.
We're pulling the whole harness for everything. We're going full-on race car wiring. We're going super simple, super basic. Ronnie's got this switch panel to run some things. We're going to have a push-button start, and we're going to rewire the lights and the tail lights and the brake lights so that they're on all new wires. All new wiring for everything. It's going to be super basic, super simple, and it's going to be better than having to sort through all of this down here. This was a big mess. A huge mess, and we don't want to sort through that. So we'll see you guys in a minute. Hello again, YouTube family. This is where we are. We threw out some stuff right here. HVAC crap. We threw out some stuff over here. Big tubes and stuff. What were you saying? Were you talking to me?
Yeah. Have you ever watched that guy on YouTube that he like make cheap thrills?
Cheap thrills. No.
Yeah, he makes like Yeezys out of like cheap shoes and stuff.
No.
Pretty funny. But like when everybody was saying fam, he'd be like, family.
Yes, dude. I sure have.
He's like, all right, family.
All right, family. Dude, Alex Keys showed me that guy.
Dude, he's so
He is pretty funny. He is pretty funny. Yeah, he makes all kinds of crazy stuff. Like he's like, make Gucci shoes on the cheap, you know? Make Gucci sandals on the cheap using Crocs and fingernail polish or something. I forget what he's called. It's funny though.
It is funny. Cracks me up.
All right, back to work.
All right. So we've made a mess.
We've made a huge mess.
Beau's got what we think is the last little bit there with that fuse block.
We got some right here.
Oh, okay, something right there. Right there. And cut it off. Maybe. There it is. Alright, Beau's gonna try and get all that stuff up in there. We figured it'd be easier than trying to get all this through there. It's a real mess.
It is a mess. Holy crap.
The truck's a mess. If anybody didn't believe me about a farm truck, like, here's hay inside my truck. It's a legit farm truck. Why doesn't it have like a half plug right there?
No.
Like a plug right there in the middle where you just unplug it. We're trying to cut it up as least as possible. That way if we need any of it, or like that big old fuse box down there, like we might be able to use something like that. Moral of the story, don't let Beau talk you guys into stuff. You end up with this. And then Beau yanking stuff out of your car. What are we pulling on? I think you were just stuck on everything down there with that box. That fuse box. It just keeps getting caught.
Oh, I'm stuck on this. I'm stuck on this right here. This stupid pipe that we couldn't get out.
Of course. I don't have a saw, which is really dumb.
Super dumb.
Apparently I need to add that to my file. And what else do I need to buy, Beau? What tools don't I have?
I don't know. There's quite a few. Quite a few. I just can't think of them right now because I'm busy.
A file and a saw, for sure. He complains about those two a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, don't pull up my thingy. My thingy! I need that. I need a full interior truck when we're done, dude.
Alright, here comes the big portion. Here comes the big one, girl.
She ain't ready. I don't think I'm ready. Alright, boys.
Pull that big snake out of there.
But this might be the heaviest part we've ever taken out of this.
Holy crap, let's lay it out, see how long it is.
Feel how heavy it is.
Every guy has to measure theirs at some point.
Dude, just feel how heavy it is.
Holy crap.
I told you. I wasn't playing games. Alright, from tip to base.
That's average. What? 4 inches is average, right? Holy crap, that's ridiculous. And this thing has to weigh 50 pounds.
Dude, easy. It's so heavy. I didn't expect it to be that heavy.
Holy moly, let's go look in the truck. See if we've made room for the 10 wires that we're putting back in here. Holy crap, this thing looks like a shell. We'll have to take this off. We gotta get this tube out, which is ridiculous that it won't come out because it's so loose in here. We're just gonna end up cutting it or something, I don't know. But what are you doing? What do I smell?
Paint?
Oh, you dropped something on a paint can? Nice. So Ronnie's laying down the aftermarket, the Microsquirt harness right now, next to the factory one. There it is. Probably weighs what? 4 pounds?
Yeah, like nothing.
Oh, green would be good. Is there green? Woo,
Dude,
popsicles. What's up?
Green apple.
Dude, this sounds so good.
Fuzzy thing.
At this point, we're proud of ourselves and we're eating popsicles.
You're eating popsicle. The men are over here doing man stuff.
Whatever. Ronnie just finished his popsicle way faster than I did. Here.
Hi. So anyways, that's kind of a wrap. We gotta figure out where to put this. That's our ECU.
This is the giant ECU. This thing is so tiny. I love
Yeah,
it.
it's pretty itty bitty.
I'm gonna get one of those for my hard body as well.
Oh, dang. Actually, Beau shouldn't because his truck runs and it's an old one, so you just get a plug and play and be done, but whatever. His preference.
Plug and play Microsquirt?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that. It sounds easier.
Yeah, it's one bolt, unplug it, plug it in, done.
That's what I'm doing.
But that's our aftermarket harness versus our factory harness. So that's pretty legit. Figure out where we want to put everything. It'll go somewhere over here. It'll run through the factory hole. Come out right there. Come this way. We're going to redo all this nonsense that runs in right there. Redo all this. And we won't have any issues. It'll all run through there with the Microsquirt. And yeah, hopefully the bay will look pretty good. We got to figure out how to wire everything up. Whatever needs wiring. Hopefully there's not too much. We're kind of dumb. So hopefully this works out.
We're so dumb.
Battery's going to get relocated. I got to steal a bunch of stuff from Beau to do that. I got to buy one of those power distribution center things that we got for Beau's RX-7. Put one of those over here with my other fuse block. Put it there, run there, run over there.
Every time I look at that thing because it's so big.
I know, like in the picture it looks like it's like this big. If you can see my fingers like that. And really it's like as big as Beau.
Like that. It's huge. Super huge.
But so we get one of those and put it in the corner next to that thing. We got to put, I probably got to get like a relay panel, a relay box, and put a relay box there. I got to talk to Ted. Ted's like the guy that knows of how to do all this stuff. So we
Ted
got to
rewires all of his cars, and he splices in all of the wiring from everything that he mixes and matches with his factory harness. So he's done some homework. He's done some research.
And he has a Microsquirt in his, I wonder if that's making wind noise. He has a Microsquirt in his, what is it? Outback. In his Outback. And he used like Arduino boards. Is that what he calls them?
Arduino.
Arduino? Whatever. He uses those and they like,
Arduino.
they control the AC and all kinds of crap.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
He does all kinds of programming and stuff for his.
Alright, Ted. Good job, Ted. Just come help us.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll get him over here and we'll start buttoning some stuff up for this. That way we can actually get moving. We got to get that motor apart, which I'll do tomorrow. I won't record it because you guys already watched that. So I'll get this apart. Take this to the machine shop on Monday. Swap him out with my junk motor for this good motor. Hopefully the crank doesn't need to be polished. If the crank doesn't need to be polished, it's going to be so cheap to have this done because he can't line bore this for the crankshaft. And if the crank doesn't need to be polished, then we don't need to get like downsized crank bearings and we won't have to go get the crank polished. We'll literally just like deck it, put holes in it, clean it, done. And that'd be nice because we'd probably be able to get it back fairly quickly if it was just that little bit of stuff.
Nice. That would be nice.
So get that to him. Once that comes back, we'll start putting in pistons and rods. Not that busted piston and rod, but some pistons and rods. Then we can put our trick pretty stuff on there.
Shoot, everything's almost downhill from here. Everything's just we just gotta put everything on the truck.
Yeah.
You know, finish up the front suspension, finish up the rear suspension, put the Microsquirt in, put the motor in, send it.
Yeah. We gotta wait for Paul to get back because he's got to make all our stuff pretty. He's gonna powder coat this. He's gonna powder coat the turbo housing. He's going to powder coat my 4-link bars. He's going to powder coat my coil springs.
We're doing it all the same color as the intake, right?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I think these bars we might have done. I don't know if I really want to deal with it, but we might have them done. And then I'm going to buy a media blaster, and I'm going to blast the whole frame back here up to the cab. I'm going to paint it all black so everything will look fresh, everything will look new. And then it'll have these really cool, pretty bars and coils on it and everything. And then we're gonna take it to the car show and hopefully not take home 3rd place this year.
Yeah, dude.
So last year we got 3rd place, and you guys have seen what the truck looked like then. So hopefully it'll do better this year.
It's just always been a really interesting vehicle. That's why it always does as well as it does in crowds.
You're all black.
I'm dirty from your nasty farm truck.
No, you're not like dirty. It was just because of the sun.
Oh, my silhouette.
Yep.
Is it banging? Is my
Yeah,
silhouette banging?
Let me see. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, people love the truck. If you guys want to like go to a drift event or go to a car show or anything and like have everybody talk to you, drive one of these. Or a Ranger or anything that's
Unusual.
out of the norm.
Yeah.
You know, go drift a DeLorean and people will not shut up.
Dude, people will be all about your DeLorean. Your sideways DeLorean.
But anyways, I think we're done.
We're done. We're totally done. I'm done.
We'll see you guys.
Later.